your arguments against, the attacks on science from the so-called religious right are pretty well documented. But the sort of dual assault from the left, both from Islam and also the identitarian left, so the blank slatists, the gender is a social construct types. My question is, A, did you anticipate that attack coming? And B, how do we challenge it?
Well, I don't think I would make any... Yeah, it's difficult. I find the whole left-right continuum thing problematic anyway, but you're absolutely right that there is an attack on science from people who are often called left, often intellectuals in non-scientific subjects who take the view that perhaps something like opinion is more important than evidence. We're all entitled to our opinions. Everything's a social construct. Even science is a social construct. Scientists claim to be objective and to study evidence objectively and logically, but actually they're pushing some kind of political agenda. I think it is pernicious. I believe strongly in objective truth. I believe that we need to study truth and understand truth and work out what the facts of the universe are. One reason is simply that it's useful. You build planes and cars and ships and spaceships and things on scientific principles. They work. Science works. But also science is beautiful. It's actually wonderful. It's elegant, fascinating to immerse yourself in what we so far know and to work on what we don't yet know, which is also very exciting. It's an entirely worthwhile form of life, and I deplore tendencies to denigrate science and somehow make it subordinate to what I see as rather petty human concerns.
Thank you very much.
Well, when I hear the word postmodern, I reach for my revolver. If somebody wishes to call themselves a different gender from their biological one, then that's their privilege, and I'm happy to go along with calling them that. It's a semantic issue whether they really are. I mean, you can define the sex of somebody by their chromosomes, by their genitals, by their those are the two main ways. Or you can define it by their preference, and so according to one definition, a person may be female. According to another definition, which would be the biological definition, they'd be male, or vice versa. So I don't get worked up about it.
So and I'll jump in for a minute on this, because this gets back to what we were talking about prescriptivism in language. And one of the things I push for is to make sure that we are honestly evaluating what somebody else has to say. So even the people who you may disagree with, or somebody may disagree with, who are talking about gender as a social construct, they have been pretty specific in the language that there's a distinction between gender identity, gender expression, and in no case are they denying the physical facts about biological sex. They are talking about the roles that we take in society, the language around it, the pronouns, the him, her thing, that is a construct of ours. It's not like language was handed down from a god. And so this idea that one can associate an identity with a gender construct, a norm in society, that men are this way and women are this way, which is, it's the pink and blue thing for boys and girls. Used to be reversed. And boys were pink and the girls were blue. The roles that we've developed, some of that is through the natural process of evolution, where you had the hunter-gatherers and you had the going out there and hunting, and certainly there are differences genetically and physically, physiologically, between genetic males and genetic females. But when they're talking about gender as a social construct, all they are saying is, I'm identifying with this particular role in society. I think the language is getting in the way, and the people who are equating sex and gender are being prescriptivist about language, and the people who are not equating those are saying, hey, we don't have a better way to talk about this yet, and we're working towards better ways to talk about it.
Thank you.